Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the old jail, home of the Idle Arts Council. We're glad you're here. Welcome to the first installment of the Key Concert Series for 2024. I want to make a couple of announcements before we get started. First off, I want to thank our benefactor level sponsors. They are Home Run Markets, Jordan Grant Engineering, Costi and Teresa Cute, the 220 Cafe, the Statesville Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Statesville Jewelry and Loan. We also have a bunch of other patron-level sponsors. Their names are listed in our program and also on the big board outside in the lobby. Program just was released a couple weeks ago. There's a bunch of these out in the lobby. Grab one. If you were here for our patron event in December, we talked about it. There is something going on here. Last year I said there's something going on here once a week. This year there's almost two things going on here just about every week throughout the year. So pick up one of these. Always a good time here at the Arts Council. Want to mention a couple shows that we have coming up. Sunday evening, January the 21st, we'll be hosting Poets in the Pen, which is hosted by Justin Clyde Williams. This will be a Songwriters in the Round series. It'll be a great time. Justin Clyde's a great musician himself. A lot of fun. So that starts at 7 p.m. On January the 23rd, the Full Bloom Film Festival will kick off this year's movie series with Mamma Mia, and it's a sing-along version. So if you're an ABBA fan, or not, you'll be one after the end of the night. That's on January the 23rd. On January the 26th, the Insomniacs are hosting their Sleeper Sanctuary Reloaded. Insomniacs, great local group, does a lot of hip-hop and R&B. The focus on this one will be a beat battle. So if you're, they'll have a bunch of different DJs here on stage, playing different beats and doing it. I came to the one last year. It's really cool. Those guys do a great job and do a lot of great work here in the community. And then on January 27th, the folks from Grassroots Entertainment Group will be hosting Quad 4, which are a great local band. That starts at 8 p.m. And they're going to be doing a monthly concert series throughout the year as well. Grassroots Entertainment Group, so keep an eye on that. They got a few posters up out there in the lobby for other upcoming shows. And also want to mention those folks because they run all the production for all of our events. So the folks from Grassroots Entertainment Group run the sound, run the lights, and all the things that make these shows look great in here. So how about a round of applause for the folks from Grassroots Entertainment Group. I also want to mention we've got some folks here tonight from Visit North Carolina that are doing a spotlight on a variety of things here in Statesville. And so they'll be walking around tonight, taking some photos, shooting a little video for what is going to be coming up this spring as a spotlight on a variety of things in Statesville. So they'll be around. We're excited to have them. And excited to have the Arts Council included in those things that the CVB felt were worth focusing here in our community. So I think that's it. Is that it? John Koppelmeyer, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're glad you're here. Please welcome the Barefoot Movement.
But in time, I will grow some roots beneath. Sometimes I have a hunger for a change of pace, but that which makes me wonder can't be found in any place. Well, I'll be fine anywhere I plant my feet. But in time, I will grow some roots beneath. building on Nashville, but now I'm calling home. All that really matters I'll take with me when I go. I'll be fine anywhere I plant my feet. But in time, I will grow some roots beneath. I'll be fine anywhere I plant my feet. Anywhere I plant my feet. Anywhere I plant my One of these days I will look around and realize I don't hear the sound of your 2 cents chiming like a bell. Even times that were good for me were tainted with the memory of holding on while you dragged me through hell. I just can't wait to forget every little thing. I just can't wait to forget every little thing about you. Every little thing about you. It's been so long since you've been gone, but I'm still traumatized by the imprint of all the things you said. My stomach twists as your words persist, but the only place they still exist is in the echo chambers of my head. I just can't wait to forget every little thing. I just can't wait to forget every little thing about you. Every little thing about you. Every little memory, I will take them back. Every little part of me, I will take them back. I just can't wait to forget
Every little thing
I
about
just
you.
can't wait to forget
Every little thing
I
about
just
you.
can't wait to forget
Every little thing
I
about
just
you.
can't wait to forget
Every little thing about you. Every little thing about you.
Thank you so much. Well, we appreciate y'all being here. We are the Barefoot Movement in name and usually reputation. But it's pretty cold. This wasn't the ensemble I had planned. Although Tommy was really excited to show off his New Balances. He said, we watched that movie Air last night about Air Jordans. Anyway, it's all about the sneakers lately. We do usually play Barefoot, not because it's so much a requirement for our shows. The idea is it's more of a state of mind than a state of undress. We want you to feel barefoot. We want you to feel like you kicked your shoes off after a long day and can just relax, can just be. So for you, that means actually taking your shoes off. I mean, it's fine with us. Just check around. Check with your neighbors. See how they feel. We do a lot of original music. We do some fun covers. Have any of you seen us before? Okay, we got some folks. Thank you for coming back. Thanks for repeat customers. Well, we're based out of, where do I live? Oxford is where Tommy and I live, and Ben lives in Raleigh. Seth lives in New York, but he's joining us this weekend. His folks are from Greensboro, and so, yeah. Oxford, North Carolina, right up 85. You just stay on 85 towards Virginia. You'll find us. We got a cookout at our exit now. Well, we've been working on a new record. We've been putting singles out every month for this new album that's coming out in April. This one is going to be the next single. I think this one will be out next month. This is about a very snaky human being. This is called Serpentine Woman. To herself is her aim. Venomous words from her forked tongue ring sugary sweet, 'cause deception is her game. He didn't know that he'd been bitten till the poison flooded through his brain. And he never saw it coming, but now that he knows, he can feel it blow like a toxin in his veins. Serpentine woman, don't you get lost in her eyes. Serpentine lady, she knows how to hypnotize. First he was thinking it felt nice to be as close to someone as a sword inside its sheath. But she held on and she tightened her grip till she was coiled around him till he could not breathe. 'Cause she knows how to manipulate what you think and feel and do and say, yeah. And she might seem harmless from far away, but if you get too close, then you become a prey. Serpentine woman, don't you get lost in her eyes. Serpentine lady, she knows how to hypnotize. Twisting and turning all around the truth. Twisting and turning all around the truth. What are you gonna do, serpentine woman? Don't you get lost in her eyes. Serpentine lady, she knows how to hypnotize. Thank you. Now here's the title track from our last full-length album. This is called Pressing Onward. Time and time again, I've started over. Each time I begin one shoulder. There's a relentless fire burning inside, fueling me on as I fight to survive. Every day I try to keep the faith, but I won't make it alone. You make me strong. Ever searching for somewhere safe, even when good things come, I'm still afraid. Is it only fear keeping me going? If we disappear, who would notice? Every day I try to keep the faith. I won't make it alone. You make me strong. I know there's no such thing as solid ground. I made my choices, there's no turning round. We've made it through this far, but how much longer? I lay those worries down, keep pressing onward. Every day I try to keep the faith. I won't make it alone. You make me strong. Thank you. Well, this is our first show of the new year. Yeah. Thank you. We had a 14-date holiday tour in December. We do a big holiday show. We have a Christmas album. So that's what we were playing all of December. And I am going to do this one holiday song because it kind of carries over. It's my only original holiday song. And being from North Carolina, I feel like most of you will probably relate. If you like snow, that is. I grew up always wanting to see a white Christmas, but I'll settle for just some snow at all. I have lived in my home for 2 years, and I have not seen snow on it once in Oxford. So I wrote this song called I Just Wish It Would Snow. Now, we were supposed to play in Johnson City last night, and it got canceled. So that's not what I meant when I said I just wish it would snow. Oh, it's okay. So it's her fault. Thank you. But snow, I do love a good snow. So here is our somewhat holiday single, I Just Wish It Would Snow. We still got time, right? Maybe by the end of February. We'll see. You saw it today? Yeah. Nice. Christmas time coming round the bend calls my heart to when I was Such an innocent thrill in my winter world. I just wish it would snow, but I know it's warm in Carolina. Snow brings me Christmas cheer, but this year it's too warm in Tennessee. It's not unheard of to see a dusting on the leaves, a flurry on your sleeve near December's end. Childhood memories of snowy reveries make me wanna believe in magic again. I just wish it would snow, but I know it's warm in Carolina. Snow brings me Christmas cheer, but this year it's too warm in Tennessee. And I'm holding on to this glimmer of a Christmas wish, because improbable doesn't have to mean impossible. For I have seen with my own eyes snow fall from southern skies, and the child in me still longs to see those country roads all aglow. I just wish it would snow, but I know it's warm in Carolina. Snow brings me Christmas cheer, but this year it's too warm in Tennessee. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, jeez.
Pittsburgh. All right.
Is anyone
The Berg.
Pittsburgh? Did anyone come further than Pittsburgh?
All right.
Nice.
You win.
Nice job, sir.
Surprise. Well, over the pandemic, we were separated from our bandmates, and we're trying to figure out a way to just stay, active online. And we started recording songs for our Patreon patrons and just our fans, and we called them Tune Twists, which is really just covers, but I like alliteration. So we amassed a good number of them, and then we just had them on our YouTube channel, and then decided that we wanted to put at least some of our favorites on streaming services. And so when we did that, we decided to pay it forward and have where all these songs, if you stream them perpetually forevermore, go to support an organization called Souls for Souls. So it's like Souls for Souls. And what they do is they give shoes to people who need them all over the world. They do really cool humanitarian things. outside of that. They're based in Tennessee. And I just thought it was really cool because I could say to our Barefoot fans, take off your shoes and give them to somebody who needs them, you know? And all you have to do really to do that is vicariously is just listen to these songs online. This was one of our later singles that we put out. Most of them were requested by fans. This one was requested by me because I grew up in the golden age that was nu metal. I'm sure you all just remember those glory days of like Limp Bizkit and Korn, you know. Just wish we could go back to 1998. But anyway, here's a song I always thought would sound cool, acoustic. Life is a waterfall. We're one in the river and one again after the fall. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves, but we find it all. 'Cause we are the ones that wanna play, always wanna go, but you never wanna stay. 'Cause we are the ones that wanna choose, always wanna play, but you never wanna lose.
Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your lives.
Life is a waterfall. We're one in the river, then we turn around and put up our wall. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves, but we find it all. 'Cause we are the ones that wanna play, always wanna go, but you never wanna stay. 'Cause we are the ones that wanna choose, always wanna play, but you never wanna lose. Oh. Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your lives. Aerials so up high. When you free your lives, eternal prize.
Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your lives. Aerials so up high. When you free your eyes, eternal prize.
Thank you. Promise that's as weird as it gets. Well, I mentioned we've got some new songs coming out. The full-length record coming in April. This is another newer one. This is will be the March single. I wrote this song. I had a great grandmother that I was very, very close to, and I took her one time. I busted her out of the nursing home and took her to go get her nails done. And I remember rubbing her back while she was getting her nails done, and it must have felt really good because she said this phrase I'd never heard before. She goes, "Whew, jump back, Sarah Jane," when I was rubbing her back. And I've looked it up. I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where that came from. I had never heard her say it, but I wrote it down. And that turned out to be one of the last times that I saw her before she passed away at 96. So I wrote this song for her. She was a really cool lady. She raised 3 boys pretty much by herself when World War II was going on. So this is for her. This is called Sarah Jane. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making biscuits in the kitchen just before dawn as the children start to wake. Brush 'em, clean 'em, dress 'em, feed 'em, see them gone. Then I'm off to earn my pay. In the cotton mill at the top of the hill is where I'll spend all day. And then it's cooking and cleaning and story reading till my feet near about give away. And like my mama used to say, sometimes there'll be sunshine, sometimes there'll be rain. Which way the wind will blow, there ain't no knowing. Better jump back, Sarah Jane. Friday evening, back porch screened-in radio on, listening while the children play. Wars, disasters, warn forecasters won't be long till it all goes up in flames. No use in getting ill, it won't or it will. I'm just trying to make ends meet. So I work away my worry, legs tired, hands dirty, me and mine still gotta eat. And my mama would agree. Sometimes there'll be sunshine, sometimes there'll be rain. Which way the wind will blow, there ain't no knowing. Better jump back, Sarah Jane. Better jump back, jump back, jump back, Sarah Jane. Which way the wind will blow, there ain't no knowing. Better jump back, Sarah Jane. The whole world's hurting and I feel so small. And I wonder if all I do matters at all. So I'll say a prayer and hope that I can do my part. And if I'm not sure how, at least I know a fine place to start. So I'm making biscuits in the kitchen all day long. Heaven help us, come what may. Sometimes there'll be sunshine, sometimes there'll be rain. Which way the wind will blow, there ain't no knowing. Better jump back, Sarah Jane. Better jump back, jump back, jump back, Sarah Jane. Which way the wind will blow, there ain't no knowing. Better jump back, Sarah Jane. Thank you. It's getting to the point where I wrote the set list, but I can't see it. Playing the bass for you, he comes, like I said, from Greensboro. We met him, I swear it was over 10 years ago. He played one show with us in Cary, and we got rear-ended that day. I remember on Franklin Street in Chapel Hill after we dropped him off. so he didn't have to experience that.
I
But
thought you were going to say that he rear-ended you.
no, no, it was this poor freshman college girl, and we had this beast of a van, and it demolished her car. And she was so upset. She was, everything is going wrong in my life. I remember her saying that. She was upset, but man. Anyway, that was the last time I'd seen Seth till not this past December, but the one before. I needed a bass player for a holiday tour, and I'm so glad we reconnected. Even though he mostly makes his home in New York, he comes down here a good bit and plays with a lot of local folks because he has a big history here. But he's a really cool guy. Tommy and he got to I don't know what kind of territory we're in, if it's okay if I say this, but
It's okay.
okay.
No matter where you are.
Tommy and he went to the Carolina game on Wednesday. And they were very happy with the outcome. That's all I'll say. So I'm man, can't make
you.
everybody happy.
We'll talk after.
This is Seth Barden back here. This is one of those new singles. This one came out last fall. This is called Realign. Gonna unpack my suitcase and hide it under the bed. Gonna unload these feelings, filling me with dread. Gonna turn off my telephone. I don't want any calls. Gonna make big plans to do nothing at all. I'm gonna catch my breath before I start talking. Look ahead before I start walking. Empty my mind so I can think clearly. This is my time to realign, realign, realign. Gonna cook in my kitchen with my own hands. Gonna wash all these dishes, yeah, as soon as I can. Gonna hold you close as we've ever been. Gonna sleep till I'm ready to get up again. I'm gonna catch my breath before I start talking. Look ahead before I start walking. Empty my mind Playing the guitar for you, he comes from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Forgetting the key of the song mid solo, coming from Raleigh, North Carolina.
It's the first show, man. It's the first show. It's all right. And he actually didn't join us for the holiday tour because it was 14 days of shows, like 18 days on the road, and he has 4 kids. So and at December, you know.
I get around.
It was a little tough. We met Ben, I don't even know what year it is. Was it 2022? He started playing with us, and he's been a big part of this new record that we've been working on. He has a YouTube channel of hymns that he made into really cool guitar pieces you can check out. And if you're wondering what to call him, Ben is his name, but we were at a festival one time, and a legacy old banjo player from another band asked him, he said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Ben." And he was like, "Dan, I'm going to remember that." So whatever he'll answer to anything. This is Ben Howington, everybody. This song came out in November. This is called So Far Down, and it features a wonderful banjo player who is not a North Carolinian, but he is now. His name is Jens Kruger, and he lives in Wilkesboro. He's a good friend of ours, and so check out the recording. You'll have to just imagine the best 3-finger banjo you've ever heard right now, because we don't have one. Channel your inner Jens. Standing by the mountain I must climb, I'd rather go around it and spend the time. But there's no other way to get where I must go. I'm moving on up a never-ending slope. I'm so far down, I'm past the bottom. I'm so far gone, I'm near the end. I'm so far out, I'm touched that I'm invisible. But so far I've not given in. Standing in the wind, the rushes by. Feels like a tornado in my mind. Some I'm not sure if I'm in disguise at all. I'm not sure what you can see from out there. Maybe if I turn this way, you can see that I am 6 months pregnant. And yeah. So yeah, that's right. Come December, our very first show was in our hometown in Oxford. So we did our gender reveal on stage there. It was mostly our family and friends and people we loved. So we had them bring the lights up, pink or blue, at the end of a song. And we were definitely thinking blue. Turns out it was pink, which we're just as happy about. We had no preference, except that Tommy had spent years curating the perfect boy's name. And now we don't know what we're gonna do. So anyway, he's got to work on a backup, I guess.
You guys want to hear what name I had? Okay, so my first name is William. My father's first name was William. His father's first name was William. And his father's first name was William. And his father's first name was William. And supposedly it goes all the way back to the Revolution. So the first name had to be William. And then I thought the name Scooter was kind of funny. So William Scooter. And then I started thinking about some of my favorite things like movies, music, sports. So I came up with William, Scooter Vader, Michael Jordan, Jimi Hendrix, Norris. But I also came up with the perfect girl name, Amanda. Amanda Lynn. Thank you.
We'll get back to you on that. We have had that request. We might hold out for a boy, see what happens next time, if I make it through this first one. This is the title track from the new record that Tommy and I wrote together. This one's called Let It Out. You know how to let it out, but can you let it go? When all is said and done, what will the record show? Sitting in your grief, sitting in the rage. Will you close the book, or will you turn the page? Say what you need to say, feel what you need to feel, but get out of your own way. If you wanna heal, go on and let it out, so you can let it go, let it go. Go on and let it out, and let it go. All the time you spend in the black and blue, your broken bed travels around with you, and everything you touch is tainted with your pain. If this is how you carry on, nothing will ever change. Say what you need to say before you're too far gone, 'cause you don't wanna live that way. You gotta move on. Go on and let it out, so you can let it go, let it go. Go on and let it out, and let it go. Call them out, tell the world your truth. But once you've said your piece, will peace live in you? Say what you need to say, lay down your heavy load, but then you gotta walk away before you explode. Go on and let it out, so you can let it go, let it go. Go on and let it out, and let it go. listen up, y'all. Now dig this. You don't care for me, I don't care about that. Got a new fool, I like it like that. I've only one a burning desire. Let me stand next to your fire. 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 Oh, let me stand next to your fire. Now listen here, baby. Stop acting so crazy. You say your mom ain't home, it ain't my concern. You play with me and you won't get burned. I've only one itching desire. Let me stand next to your fire. 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 Oh, let me stand next to your fire. Move over, over. Let Barefoot take over. You know what I'm talking about? Now listen up, Statesville. Now dig this. You try to give me your money, you better save it, babe. Save it for your rainy day. I'm only one a burning desire. Let me stand next to your fire. 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 Oh, let me stand next to your fire. Thank you. And that's usually when we end set one, but I heard we're streaming, so they want us to keep going. So, welcome back, the Barefoot Movement, for set two. You know, I think last night may have been the first time I've really been to Statesville when we got here last night. Aside from, we've stopped at the cookout on the interstate a whole bunch. So it was really nice to walk around a little bit today, walk down to the coffee shop and saw the thing on the sidewalk about the movie that was filmed here in 1988. I looked that up. That was cool. And also got a really neat tour of this facility. It's pretty gnarly up there where the cells were.
A lot of
everything.
ghosts.
Yeah, but we love it. Love history and love coming to new towns, and especially in our home state that we love so much. And a big thank you to the folks who put us up at the inn. We were at this beautiful bed and breakfast just down the street. The inn is on North, right? That's what it was called, yes? No? On Front Street, on Front. Why did I say North? I don't know. Anyway, it was beautiful. If you ever just want to get away for a night, go check that place out. They had a wonderful breakfast for us as well, and let me sleep in, which I needed, which was nice. So thanks to them and to all the hospitable folks we've met here today. We're going to throw it way back to a song that was on our first album that I wrote when I was in college at ETSU. It's also on our live record that we have copies of. This is called My Little Darling.
So far away, down by the Carolina line. When
For while he's atop that mountain high, forever am I bound to roam. High on top, or way down low, love is a town paved with lonely roads. Mountain top or valley low, in between lies a lonely road. Thank you. Here's another. This will be, I think, probably. We've been doing this thing where we're releasing our singles one a month, even though we will put out the whole record in April. But we were doing that kind of as an experiment because we've heard that the young folks don't know what CDs are anymore. We played a festival back in the fall, and a kid came up to me at the merch table and said, "Is this a music disc?" I was like, "Why, yes it is." So we are putting out these singles one at a time just to see what happens, and then we'll put out a music disc in April when the whole record comes out. So here's one of those. I think this will be probably the last single before the whole shebang comes out. This is called "Hold On to the Flame." I feel the warmth in my heart when you're holding me at night, but not the heat that used to burn me up inside. I wonder, can you feel the change as I try to hold on to the flame? When we first met, we fell hard into a tornado's embrace. By racing balls from just the smile on your face, all other thoughts drowned by your name. We were standing too close to the flame. I bought into the fantasy. We would always feel the fire. I know this yearning I must tame. No longer hold on to the flame. I want you to see me now as you saw me way back then. I wish I could feel it all over again. A faded picture in a frame, taken as we stood beside the flame. I bought into the fantasy. We would always feel the fire. I know this yearning I must tame. No longer hold on to the flame. Even burned by the reality, I still want you by my side, darling. This yearning I will tame. No longer hold on to the flame. No longer hold on to the flame. Thank you. One, two, 3, 4. Well, I was kicking around in Johnson City, not quite found and not quite lost. I see the light of day. I come alive when the sun goes down. In the morning I got nothing to say. And I give it all I got. Believe me, honey, I keep it up just as long as I can. Sooner or later, something's gonna give. I grow tired of trying to beat the band. Every day it's red and yellow. I can't seem to catch green lights, but I know I can't be doing any better. So must be doing alright. Alright. It's the same old thing, just a red and yellow. I can't seem to catch green lights, but I know I can't be doing any better. So must be doing alright. All right, we'd like to do our latest single. This came out last Friday, so it's a week old today. It came into the world, at least. But I'd written it a long time ago. You know, when I was collecting the songs for this album, it kind of, I didn't intend to, but it kind of came out like a therapy session. And so a lot of the songs deal with anxiety and like letting your feelings out and learning to like let things go. And so this one was inspired by my dad, who's, Tommy works with him sometimes, so he knows that he's a construction guy, so he often talks a lot louder than you need him to get his point across. But I just remember him beating into my brain that, you know, there's no sense in worrying, no matter what. And he'd say, all you can do is you get up, you go to work, you work hard all day, you go to bed, you lay down, you do it again. That's all you can do, you know. So that's kind of where this song came from. This is called No Reason to Worry. Tossing round till the hours after midnight, giving in to the pressure of the good fight. When the storm is raging in your heart, no one can convince you to be still. And for all you do for your own part, life goes on as it always will, always will. Wondering how to get from one point to another. And I recall the counsel given by my father. He said there's only so much you can control, even after all your best laid plans. You work all day and when you lay down, you let it go, 'cause you've done all you can, all you can. I had no reason to worry, but I did anyway. tell me that it would be okay, and I didn't have to worry. If time was something I could speak through to my young self, I'd say all this stress can kill you. And though you know that it will bleed you dry, worry will become your favorite sin. And yet every time, without fail, you make it through whatever mess you're in, mess you're in. I had no reason to worry, but I did anyway. Something inside tried to tell me that I would be okay. I had no reason to worry, but I did anyway. Something inside tried to tell me that it would be okay, and I don't have to worry. Thank you. So this one came out in December, last month. This one is another one, like I said, from the new record. It's called Get Behind Me. And I wrote it, the words anyway, a couple years ago, just finding myself disillusioned and frustrated with how hateful folks can be on the internet sometimes. Am I right? And I think we forget, as we spend more time behind these screens, that there are real people on the other side that we're talking to, and would we say these things to them in person, and those kind of things. So I'm wanting to like remind people of that, and also speak to the next generation, since they spend so much time behind these screens, that it doesn't have to be that way. We can still address all the issues that we have respectfully, and we should. So if you come across anybody who's not playing by those rules, you can politely direct them to this song. All you have to do is sing this chorus to them. Just these words.
Get behind me, get behind me, get behind me, get behind me.
Get behind me with your hurtful ways. Get behind me. Find something nice to say. I don't respond to negativity, so if you're selling that mess, you better
Get behind me, get behind me,
get behind me. to glare. I won't let you fuel my anxiety. So if you're giving that vibe, better get behind me, behind me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Say what you mean what you say, but don't say it me now. There must be another way. Get behind me, waving that angry flag. Get behind me. If hatred is your bag, well, I still believe in common decency. And if you're saying you don't, better get behind me. Oh, 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 oh. Say what you mean. Oh, mean what you say. But don't say it me now. There must be another way. Form a line now. Thank you. Thank you for giving me that break. Just sit back and enjoy myself.
We should have just jammed longer so you could rest your feet.
I know. Thank you. Oh, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, so we did a music video for that tune, and it was we've been so lucky with all the music videos because they've all been so last minute, but this one I just was in my head, and I never thought that it would actually come together, but it did. I mentioned that, I wanted kids to hear this song. I wanted it to, be something that they could relate to, and so I had this like grand ideas of doing it with like a dance school and getting the dancers to come up with something, but ultimately my best friend stepped in, and she's an 8th grade history teacher, so she let me borrow her students. We went over there for an hour, and we made signs, and they held them up, and then they just danced and had a good time. And it was intimidating because 8th graders are intimidating to me. But they turned out to be the nicest 8th graders. They were totally like there for it. They weren't too cool, to dance and have a good time. So it puts a big smile on your face if you want to check out that video. What? I can't. I'm deaf up here. I'm sorry if I missed your. Yes.
For
okay.
sure. Well, I'll just stand here awkwardly for a little while longer. singing and playing the fiddle. She comes from Oxford, North Carolina. Never heard of it. It's a place. She writes most of our songs and most of our lyrics. But did you know she also narrates audiobooks? But not just any audiobooks, folks. Romance audiobooks. But not just any romance audiobooks. British romance audiobooks. Yeah, would you guys like to hear a sample?
Well, I get nervous doing it live, so I pulled up a literal sample on Audible from a book called Healing Hazel. Here we go.
The grand front door swung open, and Miss Hazel Thornton stepped into the entryway of the Lancasters' London home. "Good evening, miss." Jameson, the butler, greeted her, a twinkle in his eye in spite of his formal manner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Noah Wall.
Thank you, thank you. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I sang it. Those aren't the words. It's January. Where am I at, Roberta Flack? And then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. Man. Sorry. Dust bunny got in my throat. And I was like, and then it got me right at the end. We're going to do one more. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Big hand again for Brian and the crew running sound and lights and everything. Thank you guys. And thanks to John and Richard and everybody at the Arts Council for treating us so good, for our friends at the inn for putting us up. And thanks especially to you guys for coming out and hanging out with us tonight on this frigid January evening. We play in Chapel Hill tomorrow and Decatur, Georgia on Sunday. And then our Johnson City show is rescheduled for February 23rd. But after that, no more for a while.
It's baby
So I got
time after
things
that.
to do. So hopefully we'll have a name by
William
Scooter
Bader. What you guys should repeat it to me. Wilhelmina, Scooter Vader. Exactly, a Mandalorian.
Oh, man.
Scooter. It's gonna happen. It's just
Hey, come along now, Sandy boys. Hey, come along, I say. Hey, come along now, Sandy boys. Devil's on his way. Hey, come along now, Sandy boys. Hey, come along, I say. Hey, come along now, Sandy boys. Devil's on his way. Hey, come along now, Sandy boy. Hey, come along, I say. Hey, come along now, Sandy boy. Devil's on his way. Hey, come along now, Sandy boy. Hey, come along, I say. Hey, come along now, Sandy boy. Devil's on his way.
watch and see how the fellas lay their money down. Her style is new, her face the same as it was so long ago. But from her eyes a different smile, like that of one who knows heartbreaker. Been 10 years or maybe more since I first set eyes on you. The best years of my life gone by, here I am alone and blue. Some people cry, some people die by the wicked ways of love. But I'll just keep on rolling along by the grace of the Lord above. Heartbreaker.
Hey, come along now, Sandy boys. Hey, come along, I say. Hey, come along now, Sandy boys. The devil's on his way.
Thank you, Steve.